Alright, well I'm back to the Peterson mountain range, this time for an overnight. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the trail with you guys, but once we get up to Solitude Valley, we'll get set up and see what all we brought with us and what we're going to be doing today. So, catch you up there. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so made it to the first birdhouse. It's a lot more interesting on this trail with a big pack, but it's pretty well balanced. I haven't had too much trouble keeping my footing, so that's going well. And yeah, we're just going to keep going and check with you guys in a little bit. Not sure if you can see it in the camera, but in the distance, we have some guests. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was really cool. And that was only about 100 yards away. Really, really cool to see the wildlife out here. And that's part of the reason why they put up the fences, so that there wasn't any off-roading back here, is it needed to be a preserve for all of the wildlife. And so it's good to see that it's working. Definitely one of the reasons why I come out here. It's so cool to be able to see that type of thing. Right now it's about 7:40, 7:45, and I've been on the trail for a little over an hour, but already made it to our landmark here. And you know, there's only a little bit more uphill left, and then we're going to start getting into the better trail. Temperature's not too bad. Really glad that I'm doing this right now instead of in the heat of the day. And the evening is a perfect time to do this trail. So just thought it was so cool, and I had to share that with you. We're almost there. We're almost there. You ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. Knows where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna have to fix our pack though. It's gotten a little wonky. Does anyone still use that term? Wonky? Well, I've made it to Solitude Valley. Super excited to be here, and honestly the trail was not terrible considering that I have the pack on. You know, every time I do it it's a little bit easier, so that's really awesome. Got a little bit more to hike, and then I think I know where I'm going to set up base camp, and I'll touch base with you guys here in a little bit. Yep, it's beautiful out here. think we found home for the night. We got a nice little clearing here, but completely surrounded, so we've got some nice privacy. And in the background, we've got a beautiful view. Check that out. That's awesome. Yep, this is the spot. The ground isn't perfect. It's not going to be a really flat lay tonight, but I'm happy. We're in this little clearing here. We've got trees all the way around us for a little bit of privacy, shelter from the wind. Yeah, this is going to be great. Oh, this pack, wore it the whole way up, didn't take it off once. It's the little things. Sometimes you just gotta be excited about that. I mean, yeah, this is gonna feel amazing taking it off. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yep. It's a hot hike. All right, well, let's start getting this site ready. All right, well, we've got a base camp set up. It's at a little bit of an incline, but shouldn't be too bad. Lola has certainly made herself home. I think that she knows that this is where we're sleeping tonight. This tent I've actually had for 8, 9 years. It's a Alps Mountaineering Zenith 2 tent. Doesn't weigh too much. I think it's like 4 pounds, 2 ounces. You can fit 2 people in there, but it's a little tight. Should be great for just me and my dog though. Okay. All right. Stay. No, you stay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have made it to our spot. It's a good hike, a good setup. Still gonna get things ready to make some food here in a minute, but first I did want to go over what we've got in the dog's backpack. So one of the things that I noticed on the very first camping trip that I ever went on with my puppy is that she kind of gets cold sometimes at night. Fortunately, the first time that I took her out, I had a big down jacket, and when she woke up and she was obviously cold, I tucked it in around her, and she actually just immediately fell asleep and didn't move for the rest of the night. And so I realized, well, if I've got a big old down sleeping bag, she should have something too. So what I did is I sacrificed my old summer sleeping bag. Believe it or not, inside of here there is actually an entire sleeping bag. And this is her official spot to be able to lay down and warm up. And then I can wrap her up in it as I need. So we had that in one side of the pack. In the other side, we've got a collapsible cup or bowl so that she's been able to drink water as we've been going. Well, I'm going to be eating steak, so she's got some leftover roast. So she's got a whole bunch of meat that she gets to eat. And then she also has her own bottle of water as well. And that is everything that she was carrying up the mountain for us. You can see she's already made herself at home. As you can see, I'm not going to be holding a very big fire. Just something to have some food. Lola's been watching my back, which is nice. It's kind of cool having extra set of eyes. So it's getting late, and it's not terribly cold, but a little bit of fire would be really nice, and it'll also be nice for some food here. So I've been starting to get just a little bit of shavings. This wood is not extremely cooperative, but it does okay. Can get some decent curls going. So I'm going to work on some of those. Then I also have my pencil lead and pencil, a little bit bigger fuel. Want to make sure that everything is all set up, because the last thing I want to do is have to start over. That's what I'm looking for. It'd be nice if they were a little bit tighter, but they should still do. Alright, so we've got decent bed there. Get a brace to lean some of the wood against so they can get some oxygen. I'm actually thinking I might bring this back a little. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh man, fire's gonna be so nice. got a nice fire going. Gonna go on ahead and let this burn for a little while. And then once I have a nice bit of coals, I'm actually going to transfer it over to a smaller hole that I have over here and use those coals to grill up the steak. But things are going pretty well so far. Pretty excited about this trip. This little spot has lots of wildlife. You hear a lot of things kind of rustling in the bushes. The stars are beautiful. This is cool. Well, it's pretty decent out here. It's very quiet. I haven't heard any animals here for a little bit. In fact, pretty much since I got the fire started. I'm pretty sure that got them kind of moving out of here, but it's very peaceful out here. It's very nice. Looking to take a few more minutes to let this burn down a bit. Then I'll have a decent amount of coals to cook. Have a delicious steak. Lola will get her treats. Yeah, I'm still very excited. Well, this fire's been going for a little while and it's been going strong. So I went on ahead and just dug another little hole, transferred some of the coals over, and we're just gonna let that sit there for a second and we'll put the grill on it. Fire's still going pretty strong, but I think we can go on ahead and start preheating the grill. So go on ahead and just put that right over the top. That should be perfect. Alright, well, I've got a really nice bed of coals under the grill now. And so this, get a little bit of light on that. This right here is what I'm looking forward to for dinner. Yeah, it's a good heat. That's exciting. And then of course no steak would be right without the proper seasoning. So let's go on ahead and get this steak seasoned up. There it is, low and slow. It's looking delicious. Being out in this spot kind of reminds me of a trip that I took a while back. And when I say a while, I guess it's been 7 years. But I went out and I was actually at a place called Price Lake. And it's high elevation lake. It's in the same region as Tahoe. It's like that Mount Rose Wilderness area. Beautiful area, beautiful lake. Had a ton of fun there. But one of the most memorable things that happened is I had a friend with me. And the fire had finally started dying down. And we're like, you know, it's about 11 o'clock. Maybe we should go on ahead and go to sleep. And so we're like, yeah, we'll let this die down and then we'll go and hit the sack. So we get the fire down just to where it's just barely coals. I mean, not much left. And we go, all right. So we both start getting ready for bed. And one of the things that's kind of important is you want to make sure you empty. A couple of reasons for that. One, if you have to go, it'll actually keep you colder at night. So you want to just take care of that. Also, you don't really want to have to get up in the middle of the night and get out of your nice warm bag. So that's what we were about to do. And I had just finished doing what I needed to do. And I'm standing over the bed of coals, just getting that last little bit of heat, and my friend, all of a sudden, you hear the zip for his pants, and then we hear this giant crashing sound directly in front of him. Needless to say, the second that happened, everything was zipped back up and he was out. Didn't even get a chance to take care of his business. And we both kind of looked at each other and we were like, all right, well, do we just go to bed anyway? Or should we stoke up the fire one more time? Yeah, we both went and grabbed a log and threw it on the fire at the same time. We've joked to this day that we encountered Sasquatch that day. Those are good memories. Chances are it was probably just some, wild animal, maybe even a bear. But it's fun to joke about it. Well, my steak's not ready yet, but I'm pretty sure that Lola's probably hungry, so let's go ahead and give her a little bit of food. She's hanging out behind me here. We'll see if we can get her into some light. You ready? Yeah, I got some food for you. Here you go, girl. Such a good girl. Do a couple more pieces and then the rest you can eat when I eat dinner. Gentle. Wait. Good girl. Oh, that meat. Being such a good girl. On high alert, taking good care of me. Good girl. My grandfather, he always used to say that dogs are here to teach us unconditional love. I think he was onto something. Good girl. Okay, one more. And then you can wait for dinner. Gentle. Good girl. Oh, gentle. All right. Good puppy. Got a little flare up on the steak. Can you hear it sizzling? I think it's probably time to give it a little bit of a rotation here. Oh, it's sticking just a little bit. There we go. Even out here, still got to have that perfect diamond-shaped grill marks. It's the whole reason we made this grill, right? All right, low and slow. Let's see how this goes. You've got to be able to take a closer look at this. All right, take a look at that. No peasant life for me tonight. One thing that's pretty cool about out here is it really makes you slow down and take your time. And I can honestly say I would love to be able to just eat my steak after cooking it for just a few minutes. But when you're cooking it over the fire, it takes time. You gotta really just watch it, take care of it, just slow down, enjoy the surroundings while you're here. Slowing down is definitely one of the reasons to come out here. There's no reason to rush cooking the steak. I don't have any place to be. Nobody that's worried about me. Just out here with my dog. It's so quiet out here. Solitude Valley. Alright, well, the steak's been cooking for a good long while. It's looking like it's done, so let's go ahead and get that off of the fire. Yeah, that looks good. Well, got my steak, got my spork, and my knife. Shout out again to Lee. Thank you again for this beautiful knife. There's actually a whole story behind this. Maybe we'll do that on another story time. But for now, let's eat. Yep. That's a happy Josh. Oh, it's so juicy. Alright, can't help it. Look at that. Well, I don't think you need to watch me eat my whole steak, so I'll get back with you later. Go on ahead and eat my steak, feed the dog a little bit more too. Alright, well, all finished up with the steak. Not really ready to go to sleep yet, so I think I'm going to go on ahead and make myself a cup of tea. The coals on the second burner have already gone out, so I think I'm just going to go on ahead and get some water boiling right off of this main fire. Nice hot beverage will feel really good right now. Yeah, it's cold water right now. Well, I can hear the water starting to boil. Let's go on ahead and take a quick look. Yeah, nice rolling boil. It's tea time. Tea time. Cheers.
well, been enjoying the fire, beverage. Now that I'm nice and warm, I think I'm gonna finish this up, let the fire burn down, going ahead and call it a night.
Well, I just went for a little night hike just up to the ridge and noticed this view. You can see the city and all the lights. It's funny because I always enjoy it from a distance, but it's so nice not to be down there. It's a beautiful sight.
Alright, well, got the fire put out, got my bear bag hung up, and Lola was more than happy to get into the tent, so I think it's time to call it a night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Sleep well.
Got a good girl. Good girl, all tucked into her sleeping bag. Good girl. Well, good morning, everyone. So, it's a decent night's sleep. Got up just like one time to adjust, recover the puppy, make sure that she was warm. But temperature wasn't too bad, so that's good. Let's see, we've got puppy's awake too.
Yeah, it's a little cold out there. Huh. It's a little cold out there. Let's go check on our food. Our bear bag. Make sure that nothing messes with our food, okay? Alright, let's go check on the food.
Gosh, see that. Just came out of my tent, out of my little cove, and there we are. Yep, Lola still has no idea.
definitely checking us out. What is this guy doing? That's awesome. Well, that was really cool. The deer just right outside of the campground. They're actually still staring at me right now. But they're making their way up the hill. Wish I could get up the hill that easily. Alright, well, there's my bear bag. Hung it up just a little ways away from my camp. And didn't do like a great job. Like I should have had it up higher, further out. But it seemed to do just fine out here, so that's awesome. So much stuff out here. Alright, well, let's get this guy down. Go get some food. See you guys in a minute. Alright. Looks like we should be pretty good to go. Oh, excuse me, Lola. That's a good girl. So, trying out a new gadget right now. As you can see, I'm getting followed by the camera, but there's no one else out here with me. It's just a new toy. I think someone's happy, huh? I think someone's happy. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, your bites are in here too, don't worry. So things are pretty wet. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, so I'm going to do a little walking around, see if I can find some dry twigs. But today, we will be using this guy right here. See how it does. Little stuff and some little bit bigger stuff. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we might be in business. Well, the sun is up big time. Getting some food in me. I'm probably gonna tear down the camp and then grab this peak. Catch you guys after I'm done eating. What, you want some of this? You gotta try.
Alright, well, got everything cleaned up. I'm gonna go on ahead and take a hike up to the top of this peak and see what the views are. I'll catch you up there. Alright, well I'm at the top of one of the smaller summits here in the Peterson Range. Got views all the way around. You can even see all the way into the California border from this side. Lots of the mountain ranges. And this one wasn't too bad. Well, I think I'll take a few minutes, enjoy this, and then go head for the other peak. I'll catch you guys on the other side. And that right there is where we're going. Alright, well, we're on the other side of the valley. You can see down there where that single tree is. That's about where my camp was. So I've been walking around the valley and I kind of noticed that there's another Jeep trail that's leading out in the opposite direction that I came in. So I think I'm going to go explore it and see what's out there. I'll let you know if I see anything cool. Well, the trail leading out of here switched from like a Jeep track to a game trail, but it's still pretty easy to follow. So, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking, let's see where this goes. Alright, well, continuing that exploration out of the Solitude Valley, just going in the other direction, and it turns out that there's actually a really substantial trail here. It still has continued going. I actually passed another birdhouse a moment ago, and yeah, this is really neat. A lot of rock formations out here. Pretty cool spot. Kind of a neat little thing on the trail here. Makes me wonder how long it's been there. Alright, well, let's keep moving. Alright, well, decided to do a little bit more exploring out here and found another valley that has a really distinct game trail, and it just leads back into another area that's kind of like that first place that we camped, but it's way larger, and there's actually a lot more flat ground out here too. So pretty amazing little area. Excited that I found this. One of the coolest things about hiking with Lola is she always knows the way that we came from. Anytime we turn around, she retraces her steps exactly. It's kind of a neat thing, especially in the dark. We're almost back to camp. There's a certain someone that looks excited about that. And you know what? So am I. Alright, well, made it back to camp. Really thrilled with what was seen today, and a couple of peaks that I had never been to the top of, but honestly the thing I was most excited about was that second valley. I knew that I hadn't explored this area very well yet, but I had no idea just how big it was. Definitely going to be going back there. I do think I'm going to give this spot a rest for a little while though, go and explore a few different areas, and then come back here when I'm fresh. But in any case, no matter where I'm going, please remember to like and subscribe, that way you don't miss any of the adventures. Thank you very much, I really do appreciate your support.